You will have an environmental upbringing in this Nigeria, wherever you are in Africa, or even outside Africa, and maybe you were brought up with this understanding that there's this enemy from your family, enemy from there and here and there. This video particularly is for you. The essence of this video is this: in case you have that upbringing, and maybe you've been running from one prophet, one pastor to another, the essence of making this video is to tell you, why don't you check where you're coming from? Maybe you were not born with money. Maybe you grew up, you came out from a dysfunctional family. By this video today, I'm letting you know that the major part of your problem, it is the wiring of your subconscious mind. That's your formative age, be age 0, age 1 to 7 to 9. Whatever that happened within that period of your life may be what is responsible. Your financial limitation, there's no progress in life. What if it is not the work of the enemy? Anything you do, it must always backfire. Anything you do, it must always, it doesn't work out fine. Whatever the story that you have, what if enemy is not the problem? What if you are the problem? You did not cause this problem, but it was something that entered you during your formative age. What if that's the problem? I'm able to share this today because I came from that kind of life. My foundational life was funny. My family life, my upbringing was funny. I don't want to describe it in this video. I grew up in that environment. Even when I didn't even, when I was very young, a lot of people were telling me, enemy, enemy. I started hearing that enemy. I can't remember at the age I started hearing enemy, enemy, enemy from my father's house, enemy from my mother's house. That's where I came from. And up to me going to university, a lot of people were still telling me, you want to study law? Law. They were not talking about the challenges I will face as a student to read, pass my exam, the financial aspects. A lot of people around me, they were not focused on that. Law, enemy deal, you feel success for that one, so enemy deal. I even heard I hear there's this one lawyer that died in court. I heard that there's that. My upbringing, I was hearing enemy, enemy, enemy. The reason I'm testifying today is this. There was one day, as a winners member at the time of my law school in Lagos. I was a Christ Embassy member in university. When I arrived at Victoria Island, Lagos Law School, I look around, I didn't see Christ Embassy, where to attend, where to fellowship. I joined winners because at a time in my life, I was also a winners member then. So in my university year, in my law school years, I was winners member. So I do follow winners member to uh, Canaan Land every Sunday. Because we leave before 5 o'clock, before 5 a.m., we normally get back past 10. So when I'm coming back without my mind of enemy, I just have this feeling like, no, I can't just go to my hostel like this. I need to go to another church. And my favorite church then was Daystar Christian Center, Samadeyemi Church. It was one of the preaching. He mentioned this. Every day, enemy. What if you are the problem? I started having a rethink. Enemy. What if I'm really the problem? I started putting my life in order. I started learning from his teachings. How am I the problem? When I started taking actions, putting those lessons I'm learning to work, my life started changing. Not exactly while I was still at the Nigeria Law School. When I passed out, I started putting all those ideas that he taught, the ones I was also reading from books because I was very good at reading then. I was putting them together. I started applying all of these ideas to my life. I had this knowledge that I may have grown up with a lot of dysfunctionality, with a lot of brainwashing, that I now started facing what I was not supposed to face. I started attacking what I was supposed to attack. I now got to know all of this. I started working on myself. Started working on the way my brain has been wired. I discovered there is a way my brain has been wired. That is why my belief system is taking me into this direction. I started understanding how to apply Romans 12, verse 2, that I will be transformed by the renewing of my mind. Psychology said the same problem, I think it is Albert Einstein that said, the same thinking that puts you into a problem is never the same thinking that will remove you out of that problem. When I started doing all of this, my life started changing. So you that is watching this video today, in case you came from like a similar background like mine, learn from it. Your change may come. Your situation will change if you start doing something differently. If you stop, I'm not saying prophet is bad. I'm not saying going to your pastor is bad. I'm only saying, what if you are being flexible? What if you apply all of these things I'm talking about? Because this thing matter. Making videos today matters to me a lot because I know I may be able to help one person. If I can help one person in Nigeria, in Africa, is something. That is why you are watching this video. In case time may not be enough for me to be able to pass through all this knowledge, all these ideas across to you. That's why you should click another video that have a similar title so that you learn more. There are other videos out there that you may learn from. Thank you very much for watching this video. My name is Barrister Oseogo. Thanks for watching.